Did you know that you can get Google Street View and lots of other cool tools for ArcGIS Pro, often at no cost? Lots of GIS professionals are sharing useful add-ins to Pro out on GitHub. The Google Street View tool comes with several others shared by a bright guy named Greg Rumhelt up in St. Paul, Minnesota. Full disclosure, I don't know Greg, and I haven't tested all of his tools, but I think it's great that he's sharing this freely with the GIS community. Let me show you how to add additional tools into ArcGIS Pro, like this Google Street View tool. First, you'll need to do a few web searches or searches on GitHub to find the tools that are interesting to you. I've already done that, and I've come across Mr. Romhild's site. Here's the add-in that I'm interested in. I'll click on it and then go to the download button. It downloads a zip file, which I'll then unzip into some place. Here's my zip file. So I'll extract it all into some place where I can find it in my Windows directory structure. Now I've already extracted it into a folder called ArcGIS Pro add-ins. I created that folder. You could have called it whatever you wanted, but I called mine ArcGIS Pro add-in. So there's the unzipped add-in. It's several files. Now we're almost there. The only thing left to do is to tell ArcGIS Pro that we've got this cool add-in. We do that in ArcGIS Pro by going to Project, Add-in Manager. And even though it's under the project menu, it's not specifically for this project. This is stored in your user profile, so it'll be available in all of your projects. So I go to Add-in Manager and Options and click Add Folder. And I browse to the folder that I created, which again I called ArcGIS Pro add-ins. So I'm not importing one add-in at a time. I'm pointing to the folder that has all my add-ins. Now this does require a restart of Pro. So I'll close this up real quick. And now I'm restarting Pro. And when I open a project, you'll see that I have a Google Street View button on my map toolbar. Got a couple of other buttons that are new as well, because this was a whole set of buttons. But anyway, there's my Google Street View. And so now all I have to do is grab that tool, click on the intersection on my base map or anywhere on my base map, and it opens Google Street View up in in a browser. So it's pretty cool, right? So that's all it takes. Download it, unzip it, and then tell Pro that you got it. And you can get the Google Street View too, thanks to Greg Rumhilt. ArcMap also supports add-ins. So let me just show you real quick in case you're an ArcMap user where to get that. Over here in ArcMap, it's under Customize Add-in Manager. And in Add-in Manager, you go to Options, and again, you add folder and browse to the folder that's got your ArcMap add-ins in them. Of course, it won't support the same add-ins as Pro. It's a different code, right? So I've got another folder that's got some ArcMap add-ins that I'd already downloaded. So I have my add-ins now. And in ArcMap, what that gives you is additional toolbars. So if I go to Customize Toolbars, you'll see I now have a Street View Bird's Eye toolbar. And it's open already here. So I can pick up the Street View and click somewhere on my map, and it opens Google Street View. So there you go. Pretty easy to add additional functionality into Pro or ArcMap, functionality that comes from our user community. If you want to find out more about ArcGIS Pro or ArcMap, about programming, model builder, or any skills in ArcGIS, in the ArcGIS platform, check out our website, teachmegis.com, and look at the courses that we have coming up.